Alright, in this video I want to talk about why I decided against doing a typical face reveal video, and the reason that I wanted to make this video is because I had remembered that in the past when I had started my channel, I had intended to go the typical route with making a face reveal video by deciding to wait until my channel had got popular enough, and then eventually after that making such a video, except for over time I had lost interest in making the kinds of videos that I used to make, and so that also led to me taking a long break from making YouTube videos that lasted several years. And so over time, as I was still uncertain as to whether I had wanted to continue making videos or not, I had thought up of, if I had returned to making YouTube videos again, what would I do with my channel? And so I had decided that I definitely had to do it very different than the way I used to, because that way it didn't work out, and I had gotten too burnt out on making videos back then. And so I had come up with a lot of ideas of the kinds of videos I wanted to make, and I thought that I wanted to make videos where I would just build in Minecraft or drive around in GTA, or just simply playing a game while talking about something. Because I had saw other YouTubers do that, and the stuff going on in the background helped me get some satisfaction and helped me to actually focus on what the YouTuber was saying, instead of it just being somebody speaking for a long period of time and me getting bored and distracted and not able to pay attention to them. And I know that with me, sometimes speaking too slow in my own videos, it is hard for me to even really pay attention to my own videos when I am watching them, to try and decide if there was anything I left out, or if there was any mistakes I had made in the video that I needed to address later on. It was just difficult for me to figure those things out, because it was so hard for me to pay attention when I was hearing myself with like a boring tone of voice, and me speaking too slow, and just getting distracted and getting sidetracked really easily. All that stuff, I can imagine it could be very annoying to any viewers watching these videos, and so I was just not very satisfied with these recent videos that I've made because of that. And so I decided that I was going to make videos about me explaining things about myself, me telling stories about things that have happened in my life, me being creative and sharing ideas with people, whether it be about things that I came up with in video games or in real life or whatever. And then I wanted to make videos where I was able to just talk about a lot of things, sometimes venting about something, sometimes just reflecting on progress, whether it be about YouTube or my life in general or whatever, and talking about what I learned and things like that. I just wanted to make videos about so many different kind of things that I thought it would be really out of place to not show my face during those videos. And so I also realized I did not have the recording equipment that I had wanted to have at the time that I had originally planned to start making YouTube videos, and I decided that no matter what, I was going to go ahead and go through with making videos anyways, and I couldn't think of a way to make videos with my phone without showing my face, because I didn't want to just have my phone camera showing a wall or whatever. I thought that would just be a terrible idea. I thought it would be better to just go ahead and show my face. And so it wasn't until after I uploaded the I'm back video that I really thought about, hey, I just did a face reveal, and I wasn't even intending to. It just kind of happened. And then I thought, should I have done that? And then I thought, well, if I didn't, then the videos that I made of recent would have just felt really out of place. And also, I feel like me showing my face builds my confidence. It helps me to actually speak, because as I'm recording on my phone, I can actually see myself. I can see my facial expressions. I can see my lips moving. That actually helps me to be able to speak better. That actually helps me to be able to keep speaking. And I don't know how to explain how that happens. Maybe it's like a mirroring effect of some sorts. But I just know that watching my lips move while I'm making this video, and any kind of video like this in general, watching my lips move while I'm speaking actually helps me to be able to not have nearly as much speech issues as I would otherwise. I mean, I still have speech issues anyways, but that's just gonna be something unpleasant that's gonna happen no matter what. It's just a matter of when and where, not if. But anyways, I didn't want to keep people waiting too long to see my face. I didn't think that showing my face was that big of a deal. I didn't really want to use that as a way to get a lot of views. I just simply realized that the kind of videos I would like to make require me to show my face, because that's what I want to do with my channel. Those are the kind of videos I want to make. Not all of my videos, just some of my videos. Some of my videos I don't want to show my face on, because I'll be playing games in those videos, but other videos I do want to show my face, because it wouldn't make sense for me not to show my face. I mean, what other options did I have? Wearing a mask, having like a hood on, and being in a dark room or something. I really didn't want to do those things. So I decided it would just be better to show my face. And so I didn't even really think much about being nervous about that. I just kind of rolled with it. And it helped that during this long period of time away from YouTube that I had gotten more experience with social situations, and I had also gained a lot of social skills. And so my ability to speak clearly and to communicate effectively, and also to remain calm and be able to explain things and not let my anxiety get the best of me, those things took me years to be able to get to where I'm at now. And so took a lot of time, a lot of patience, and looking back on things, I really don't think that I was ready to make the kind of videos that I have been recently back then. And even the kind of videos I've been making recently are not the kind of videos I'd like to be able to make in the future. So I still have a long way to go. And compared to the videos I used to make and the videos I had originally planned to make back then, the videos I make now, I wouldn't have dared try to even think about making these kind of videos back then. Sorry, I had a little bit of gas there, and I didn't want to just loudly burp in this video. So I was trying to release it slowly and quietly. But I don't even know if it made any sound that was able to be picked up by the video. Anyways, I didn't really want to hide my face for very long. I feel like people getting to see my face, especially for these kind of videos, actually helps put more of like human connection to my videos. I feel like getting to see my face allows there to be more of a personal connection to the stories that I tell and just different things in general that I express with my face, whether it be emotions, my just overall thoughts about things, or just issues I have with like speaking or whatnot. Things like that, more details can be revealed about that by people being able to see my face and the movements. And so being able to see somebody's face moving while they are talking can provide that nonverbal communication. And I think that nonverbal communication is very important for me allowing myself to be willing to open up more about certain things, because I feel like if I have the confidence to show my face on video, then I have the confidence to be able to do other things as well. And I feel like me being willing to show my face gives me the confidence I need to not only be able to continue making these videos, but be able to talk about certain things and maybe be able to help somebody. Otherwise, I probably would have been too afraid to talk about certain things, and somebody might not be able to hear something that could potentially make an impact on their life. And so I myself, when I'm talking to other people, I really don't like to talk to people on phone. Making videos with my phone, technically that's me using my phone to talk to people. But for these videos, I make an exception because I don't really see a problem with that. I mean, making videos on my phone may not be something that it's not necessarily the most inefficient way of making videos. It's not necessarily the worst way to make videos, nor the best way. depending on your view on things, of course. And so I'm not worried about visual and audio quality and other limitations that recording on my phone may contribute to. I'm just focused on getting the point across and effectively communicating and potentially being able to help somebody, especially myself, because I want to help myself by being able to express myself in a way that I just can't when talking to people. And so, well, I mean talking to people in a conversation rather than me just making videos like this where I'm not really participating in a conversation. It's more so a one-sided thing, but I hope that it doesn't entirely have to be, because I would like to be able to make videos eventually where I'm having a conversation with somebody about a topic and like discussing said topic with that person, and maybe even more than one person. But those are things that I'm probably going to have to wait a long time to be able to do. Anyways, wow, my hand is itching. Or my wrist specifically, I don't know why. Sorry for the video screen shaking. I'm not intending that. I'm just... It's unavoidable because my hand is itching and I have to scratch it, or else it'll be hard for me to focus on finishing this video. Sorry for that interruption. Anyways, so I wanted to start with these simple videos in which I used my phone to record because I wanted to be able to start out with videos that weren't too stressful to make. And so I feel like these kind of videos are good practice for me. And so I do have some concerns about the quality of these videos. So some of these videos I would like to either remake or edit them in the future to try to increase the quality of them. For now, I'm just going to leave them be. And an example of some things I'd like to do with them would be to change the thumbnails potentially, and maybe even include in-game clips and screenshots for those videos that I talked about certain games. And I also want to explain, before this video is over with, certain concerns I have, not only about my YouTube channel, but also myself and my health. I know that these things aren't exactly what this video is supposed to mainly be about, but this time I at least made sure that I didn't start talking about these things until I got far enough in the video, so that if anybody that was watching the video for the pretty much what's in the title, well, if you don't want to stay for this other part, you can click off the video and go do something else. But for anybody that is interested, I just wanted to be able to say these things. And so I've been tired a lot lately. That's made it difficult for me to make videos. I've been procrastinating and not uploading when I exactly planned to. And so I've been in a hurry to make these videos. And so I've also, because of me being tired, that's been resulting in me losing my train of thought, sometimes saying things that don't make sense, and also talking too slow at times, and so I'm trying to get better at not doing that. And I know in this video there are times where I lost my train of thought and probably repeated myself and spoke slowly and then spoke faster and kept returning to speaking slowly again and then going back to speaking fast. I really don't like having that inconsistency, but I don't know how not to have that kind of inconsistency because, well, the issues with my brain make that difficult, and also my hands shaking make it difficult for me not to shake my phone while recording. And so I noticed that because I was tired, I was afraid of talking in too much detail about certain things because I was afraid that I would accidentally overshare and accidentally say certain things and then regret saying them. And so I avoided talking about certain things and I avoided sharing certain details because I was afraid of oversharing. And so that made it actually difficult for me to continue speaking in videos because I was trying not to just let the random intrusive thoughts turn into words, because so many intrusive thoughts pop into my mind, and if I said them all, I'd get into trouble, and I don't want that to happen. So certain times when I've been having long pauses in my videos, it was because I was trying to either get back on my train of thought or fight back against those intrusive thoughts so that I didn't accidentally say things that I would have regretted afterwards. My wrist is itching again. Why does this have to happen while I'm trying to record a video? I have, something random itching and it distracts me. I'm sure I'm probably not the only one when it comes to making videos, but why does this keep having to happen? I wish it would stop. But anyways, I wanted to share more videos about things going on in my life, and it's been difficult to do that because of my memory problems. And so the videos I made recently have felt like work because of all these issues I've explained and that there's been evidence of occurring in my previous videos. And so, as a result of all these things, I'm not 100% satisfied with these videos, but I'm still proud of myself for persevering through making them anyways, and I'm still proud of myself for being able to create what I have. And so I'm trying not to be too hard on myself, but there's just so many things going on that I'd like to be able to talk about, but it's just way too much to talk about in this video alone. And I really do need to get over to my dad's soon because I haven't been able to go over there for a while because of my dad's roommate having COVID. And so I finally get to go back over there, and so dinner's probably going to be ready soon, and they're probably wondering why I haven't came back over there yet. So I've got to wrap this video up soon, but here I am looking at my piece of paper that I wrote on my notes for this video, trying to wrap this video up, trying to figure out where I actually left off. But yeah, I've noticed I've been taking too long to get to the main points and then just losing my train of thought, and I really want to stop doing that because that annoys me, and I just want to let people know I'm not doing these things on purpose. I know I've probably already repeated it. I've probably already repeated that, and my memory has gotten bad enough to where there was actually, for a brief period of time, maybe about 30 seconds to a minute, I don't even know how long it was, where I just randomly, the image of my grandma's face popped into my mind, and I hadn't seen her in years because she passed away. But when the image of her popped in my mind, for some reason, for a little bit, I couldn't even remember who she was. I couldn't even remember that it was my grandma. I couldn't remember her name. I couldn't even remember anything about her. And that concerned me. That made me afraid of how bad my memory is getting. And it made me feel helpless to do anything about it, because I thought that all the effort I was going through to try and do memory exercises, I thought that all these things I was doing to try and help my memory was going to be good enough, but apparently not. And for me to, for somebody that I was very close to, such as my grandma, for somebody like her, for me to forget who she was, even if it was for a brief period of time, when I'm not even an old person, I'm not even that old, I haven't had any car accidents or anything like that recently to cause any serious trauma to my brain to make me have amnesia or anything. I haven't had anything like that, nor have I been under the influence of any substance that would make my memory be that bad. It's just, there are things wrong with my brain that I'm uncertain about what's actually wrong with my brain, because I haven't gotten diagnosed with certain things. And so I've had certain things like that occurrence, but also when I went to the doctor's office, me forgetting my last name for like about 5 to 10 seconds when I was asked what my last name was. Things like that is concerning to me, and it scares me. I feel like I'm losing my freedom. I feel like I'm losing my sense of reality. And I feel like it's going to be harder as time goes on to make videos and do other things I need to do in my life. I feel like life in general is going to become a lot more challenging, and that it's going to be difficult for me to be able to live my life the way I want, and also difficult to be the kind of person that I want to be. I feel like it's going to be difficult to contribute to the world and to my family and friends in the way that I want to, because I don't feel like enough of my mind and who I am is able to be here often enough anymore for me to be able to do the things that I think are important for me to do. And so that's caused me a lot of stress. That's caused me sadness. I'm not a very emotional person usually, but this subject is a very sensitive one to me because it involves my well-being and is a major thing that impacts my life. And so the way my brain is, it's making me hard. It's making... Sorry. Trying to speak clearly, but brain not working the way I want it to at the moment. I want to use my creativity to do productive things, to do things that I like to do, but it is difficult. It is hard to do what I want to do. But first, I need to focus on making the kind of videos that introduce certain things about me and about my life and things that I have done with my channel and want to do with my channel. I want to make those introductory videos first, because I want to build the foundation for my channel and I want to make my channel more organized. And eventually I plan on doing collaboration videos with my sister and even my friend Worm. And my Warframe shirt actually arrived recently. I don't know if I just said recently. That's not a word as far as I know. But anyways, let me rephrase that. My Warframe shirt arrived recently, and so I plan on making a video about Warframe soon. And I plan on wearing that shirt in that video, and I am looking forward to that. But anyways, that's all for this video, so peace.